Hi, welcome to Sugar Free. This is an all signs reading for the week commencing Monday, the 6th of November 2023. You are welcome. I'm using the ancient Italian tarot in the major arcana. I'm using the Rider-Waite in the major arcana. And I'm using the minor arcana of the Rider-Waite split into its suits. So I'm going to pull 3 major arcana from the ancient Italian and take it from there. I'm going to clarify or kind of look further into the major arcana by using one from each suit of the minor arcana. That's how I read them. So let's go. Everything's shuffled. Now, what came to my mind as I was shuffling for this reading, because it's quite a lengthy process, as you can imagine, because I've got to separate everything out. I mean, they are basically separate, the major arcana now, but they all have to be shuffled separately, all these like little mini decks. So yeah, I was shuffling and the phrase that came to my mind was Les Jeux sont faits. No more bets, please. The chips are down. Les Jeux sont faits. No more bets. So I don't know why that's coming to my mind, but that's the energy as I'm reading it. Some things have played out. We've done what we've done. We've done it to the best possible motives we can discern in ourselves, and we've done it to the best of our ability. And now we've just got to see what what springs forth from it. So one last cut, and I'm going to split this deck into 3. Now I take reversals in this. I might or might not in this. I haven't made my mind up yet. So let's have a look. The High Priestess. Well, yeah, this is a kind of, in a sense, like a cosmic release. Again, it's that that image of the astronaut outside the spacecraft, and the cable becomes detached. But in this case, we have detached the cable. Something's run its course, and we know that, and we're kind of floating free with it now. It's like we'll just have to see what like pans out. Okay. Sun in reverse. Yeah, well, you know, there's bound to be anxiety here, because it's interesting about how things play out, because in some respects things are just changing all the time. They're just evolving all the time. Everything's just evolving all the time. But within that constant expansion, there are like little kind of eddies of it that kind of form, do what they do for a while, and then dissolve and move on. And an eddy of the same shape will never be made again, ever, because the nature of the river is constantly changing. There are changes happening upstream that affect what happens downstream. So you do get these little like one-off things. And there's a sense of anxiety here. And that, I would say, yeah, would be perfectly natural. It feels natural with the High Priestess here. This is kind of peaceful, but I'm really getting today the fact that she's got the book in front of her, but she's not reading it. She's looking at us. So it's like she doesn't need to read it. The reading of something has temporarily at least come to an end. And she's looked up. It's like, oh, radio. But she also knows what she's done, because what she's looking at there with that steady gaze, she's just read it, you see. She's just read it. So she knows what's on. But it's like something has played through. And now we'll have to see. And that's bound to, as I say, engender a certain amount of anxiety. Okay, well, the death card, what will be, will be. What more can I say? What will be, will be. And best face it like a man. Walk like a man. Talk, spit like a man. Okay. So that's what we're coming in with. And the High Priestess knows this. Okay. This, I mean, it's big in some ways, but it's so ubiquitous and it's so inevitable. You know, you might as well get your noddle around it. And if you can do that and like fully and, you know, increasingly consistently do that in a way that isn't remotely kind of doomy, right? Then, yeah, you know, there's a huge amount of wisdom in there. Right, let's start clarifying. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, well, you know, you set the boundaries, like the boundaries are clear. And within those boundaries, because this estate that she's standing in has got really good fences around it. And that's why she's so relaxed amongst so much wealth. And like she's surveying it all as well through that hawk on her wrist there. And that gauntlet. Amazing thing, hawking. Really amazing. So yeah, there are good, clear boundaries here, and you know, a sense of self-determination. And it's very peaceful. It's really lovely. There's an independence to this, which I would say is very useful, because clearly what's been in play here, and as I say, les jeux sont faits, the game is over, the games are over, the play is over, and the wheels going around, and that's all it ever does. That's all it ever does. But yeah, there's this kind of tug of like about it here. Anyway, let's keep going. What I'm getting off this straight away, even before I laid it down, was it was worth the punt. Okay, whatever happens here, you're happy with the outcome. You know, you feel equanimous about the outcome. And you're like, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. That's what I'm getting off this. It was worth the punt. And you do it again. You do it all again, whatever the outcome. I don't think we're going to get a clear outcome. Not with this dude here. Okay, let's keep going. Six of Swords. Yeah, there are always other directions you can go in. And whatever gains have been made will go with you. But this is just in thought, I would say. This is just in thought. And that's why it's so quiet. That's why it's kind of shrouded. Because this is just like the sense of the possibility of moving in a new direction. This is like the Three of Wands here is like a sense of acceptance that the actions are in the past. Yeah, the actions was when you threw the dice, so to speak. If I carry on this casino metaphor, you decided to throw the dice and you threw the dice. And this is acceptance of that. This is the sense that going forward, other things could open up, but it's just in thought at the moment. Very quiet. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I am going to take reversals. Okay, so it's the Two of Cups in the reverse. Well, there's a sort of inequality. But I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, I don't know how it fits in with this. I don't know. Maybe someone there's a possibly a sense of having been playing at it. Okay. You know, not a full heartful commitment, which is what this is. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's why it's so easy to let go of. Okay, let's have a look at this. Yeah, if your heart ain't really in it for what it is, rather than for the experience of engaging with it. But the passion, there's an absence of passion here. Okay, that's how it fits in. Like I said, this is easy to let go of, whatever it is, because the true heart is not in it. That doesn't mean it's fake or it's false or doomed to fail or anything, but perhaps that's why that is there. Let's have a look. Knight of Pentacles. Well, okay. Steady Eddie. Oh my God, there's something really determined. This is determination. I'm getting off this. It's sort of like like the grim determination. There is something is grim. Oh, mate. And I mean, grim things. If you think about grimness isn't something that happens in a flash, is it? Grimness, when something is grim, it like lasts quite a long time. That's the nature of things being grim. Oh, mate. There's weariness here as well. Weariness, anxiety, fatigue. But there's this slight quality of sort of the eyes having glazed over here, and you're just like putting one foot in front of the other. That's what I'm getting off that. Okay. That way. Okay. Oh my God, look at that. 10 of Wands. Yeah. That is just knackered. That's knackered, mate. That is cream crackered. Oh dear. What can I say? It speaks for itself, doesn't it? And listen, this energy is very much in contrast with this. This is like, yeah, I'm good. Oh, it was, whatever happens, it's the journey that counts, not the destination. And this is like, oh, fuck it. If it doesn't work out, I'll go do something else. And that's why. But nonetheless, I mean, your heart must be in it, really, whatever it is, to have put all this effort into it. You have like sort of like half crazed with fatigue here. As I say, just putting one foot in front of the other, all glazed over, and they're just like, oh my God, this pack's so heavy, and there's another 10K to go. Unbelievable. 10 of Swords. Oh dear. Oh, reading's just like reading itself, isn't it? But look at that. What a surprise. 3 10s in a row. Well, well, well. Well, maybe this is why you're here for a reading, all right? Because this leads so clearly to this, but in such a different way. Like I said, the heart must be in it. This is almost like a sort of higher, this is a much like higher vibration. And I really don't get anything like flippant about this. Oh, it'll be fine. You know, it's all fine. Yeah, I'm good with it. Whatever happens. But I'm not getting anything flippant or kind of, you know, let alone any sort of spiritual or psychological bypassing or self-gaslighting. You know, this is, I think, genuinely light. But there's been a kind of like, isn't it like really what your heart really wants? And I mean, you know, I was speaking a while back about like little eddies in the river that form for a little while and then kind of disband themselves and go off into the flow, and how some of those are absolute one-offs. I mean, ultimately, they're all one-offs. And there's something here in this Ten of Cups about an understanding of that. And I mean, and this leads me on, you know, the impermanence of everything other than impermanence. And that is something to do with this. There's a sort of freedom in this. There's a freedom over here. And it turns on this kind of the equivocation of the heart. Okay, that's what I'm getting here in this Two of Cups in reverse now. And that is kind of separate from, in a way, all this effort that's been put in. And there's something very, like often I see the Ten of Cups as a sort of, you know, happily ever after, some over the rainbow type thing, and a bit like rose tinted glasses, but I'm not getting that off it today. This is a mature, like, understanding or appreciation of what really matters. And that's why, in a sense, this equivocation has been here. Because it does really matter. It's not the thing in itself that really matters, but that things be done properly, and you know, if you're going to like throw the dice, you know, you might as well bloody mean it. And I'm getting that really strongly now off the Nine of Pentacles. And yet there's this equivocation, because this mattering here in the Ten of Cups is of a different order to whatever it is that's been unfolding, and has, to all intents and purposes, by the looks of things, well, it has. Les Jeux sont faits. There you go. That's it. That is the ultimate card of Les Jeux sont faits. And if Les Jeux sont faits are at this point here, and the wheel's going round, and then the ball lands in a slot, happy days. I don't make predictions on this channel, so I shall keep moving. Let's look at death. The Ace of Pentacles. Well, yeah, like I said, you know, the attitude to this, to the fact that nothing lasts forever, and it doesn't matter how much sort of wealth of any kind, because we see this variety here at the feet of Il Tredici, she said in her best Southeast London. We've got helmets, we've got crowns, we've got weapons, we've got jewels, we've got symbols of material, intellectual, and kind of spiritual, if you like, power here. And the power to generate wealth, and the power to overcome others in the weapons. The one thing that escapes is that artist's palette, and that is that Six of Swords. That is that Six of Swords, and the spirit with which this hand was played in the Three of Wands here. And I mean, that's the key to it, is creativity. And one continues to create. And there it is, the Ace of Pentacles. The essence of creativity, the essence of manifestation, if I may. The journey from the inner eye to like the ocular nerves or whatever they're called via action. There's a lot of action here. 3 of Wands, 10 of Wands. By God, there's a lot of action. It's so much hard work. So much hard work. Les jeux sont faits. Ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. But, you know, it's just like a one-off perfect circulation of that one-off, never to be seen again, eddy in that river. That's all it is. And perhaps that is some kind of reflection of the sense of acceptance and peace with this. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Let's keep going. Yeah, look at that lovely wand. Mademoiselle, would you like to see my wand? It's very fine. Nice. This is youthful, fresh, confident, and perfectly at ease, holding this wand aloft. And a very fine wand it is. Lovely. Absolutely. I'm just going to keep going because that's all getting a bit Les Dawson, isn't it? Look at that. Ace of Swords. Wow. Flipping heck. Oh, and the Queen of Cups. So there is devotion. Devotion is on the table. How absolutely lovely. But as long as there is one single object of devotion, and the devotion, yeah, one single and kind of finite object of our devotion, even if that is an idea, okay? Doesn't have to be a person or a thing. Even just an idea. As long as our devotion is fixed to one thing, there is a conditional aspect to it. Because, you know, we don't just give of ourselves. We give of ourselves with not solely or at root at all, but with some sense of how our giving will be received. How our giving, how the work we've put in will be received. And that sets up, as I say, a kind of condition. And it can just be the merest whisper of it. And this energy over here, this 3 of Wands here, with the, you know, I'm happy with the outcome of this, whatever it is. I'm good. You know, that is not to be sniffed at. That's a very, very strong position to be in. And the key to that is to detach devotion to any particular object or outcome and make devotion kind of the quality of all action, not just that thing, that energy putting in, because it's all going to pass anyway. And, you know, that can sound a little bit miserable, but with a mature acceptance of that, there's just like so much energy unleashed. And it hinges on this journey from the 2 of Cups to the 10 of Cups to the Death card. Because when it's clear that no matter the outcome, that there is no particular outcome, because there are always other possible outcomes in the 6 of Swords here. There's a release then of the conditional aspect of object attached devotion. There's a liberation from that conditional aspect to it. And that has got to be like the big one. That has got to be the big one. Because then we're free. Right, okay. I'm going to leave that there. Goodness me. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.